What is up, YouTube? What is up? What is up? Man, it's the end of the week. It's August 9th, Friday. Crazy volatility week. I just got the notification from my own video. Crazy volatile week. So we're gonna talk about it, man. I'm sorry, I'm hearing all kinds of things. All right, yeah, so here we go again. Crazy volatile week. So what did you do? I want you to go ahead and put it in the comments so we could talk about it. And I just kind of tell you what I do. I was trading like crazy. It's not even me. You know what I mean? And I just felt like I couldn't let my positions were the P&L on my accounts was boom, boom, boom. And I just feel like, especially when on the downside, I felt like I had to take control. I don't know to be bearish. I don't know to be bullish. I just don't know, and I think a lot of people's like that. We're down because of tariff and currency. We're down because, I should say we volatile. So what did I say? Tariffs and then the currency and then the interest rates crisis. Maybe sprinkle a little Brexit in there. All that stuff. And it's just been crazy, and I just don't know. I don't know what to do. And let me tell you something. You hear, it's bullish. Like if I were to cover my ears like this, I'm gonna say gosh, it's even hard to say it. I look at some of the stuff and I'm like, we're going higher, and I'll kind of point that out right here. But just knowing what's out there, I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't think we are. It's like I can't explain. Like before tsunami comes, even though I've never been out there in a tsunami, you probably swimming, then the water kind of starts going out. It starts doing this. The water's getting crazy. The next thing you know, here comes this big wave. And I feel, if that's a good example, I feel like that is what is about to happen, so it just has me worried. So here it is, man. Let's look at the week. I got the weekly up. Let's bring up the day. Let's bring up the hourly. I wanted to start here, but we need to start here. So there's the week, man. Look at that Monday, right? The big gap down on Monday, right? This was like 600 points to the downs, and then we damn near come right back. Then the next day, well, I should say we didn't come right back. The next day we came right back, right? And then the next day, boom, we're down another 500. I can't remember the bottom. And then we come right back. We close positive. That is bullish. That is crazy bullish right there. It's like, I'm all in. What sucks is I was missing it because I so believe the downside, the upside was even stronger. I mean, to come back from that is crazy. If you lose, what does it say, 100 points? You lose 100 points. No. Let's say you lose like 50%, right? You lose half your money. Well, it takes 100% gain to get that back, right? You have to be 100. So therefore, it's harder to come back like that. And we was coming back like that, So I'm kind of lost. I kind of lost for words. Yeah. So basically, I was believing the downside. So when it was going up, I'm just sitting there watching. I made all kinds of money on the downside. Oh man, I had killer week on the downside. I realized how short I was. Not going down when it started going back up. I was like, oh man, I gotta do something. And I shouldn't have big positions like that, but I did because the conviction in me just makes me feel that it's going down. And I just totally couldn't believe the upside. I couldn't do it. So even though I'm like, oh shit, that's bullish. It's going to go down tomorrow. And sure enough, it did. I'm like, I'm right. It's going down. It's great. Even though I don't really, I don't think it's that great, but it's like, all right, what I believe is working. Then it goes back up. I'm like, wait a minute. It does the same day in a row. And now we're even positive. So the next day, was it right here? Yeah, I think we go straight up again. And then we're down. Yeah, that was the trending day. That was probably the best day of the week where we opened up 100 points and closed up 350, 400 points or something like that. There was no pullback all day for the here was one right there a little bit, right? It just trended up, and I was losing because I was short. I was losing my positions. You know, my gosh, let me close this right here so you can see a little better. Losing, and I just couldn't believe. And then at the end, I think I finally covered in here. It was damn near at the top. And I was like, I know we're going down the next day. I think I bought some more puts here. So this wasn't bad. I could have made a lot of my money back on this. This was today. But I was afraid of this, you know. So then I traded this going up. So basically, I'm not one of those guys, you know, where I was like, well, I bought here and sold here, and we bought right there and came up here, we sold, and then I bought. No, I was all over the place. I was trying to do that, but I was behind the curve because the market was moving so fast. It was moving so fast, you know, so I was behind the curve. So I found myself trading a lot. Yeah, man. I mean, I just couldn't let my positions ride. I just found myself trading a lot up, you know, and it did help. I was actually positive trading, you know what I mean? So generally, I put on option trades that last 30, 50, 90 days, well, and then leaps. So either short term, nothing midterm, and then long term, you know, but yeah, that's it. I just had to like do something. If the iron condos wasn't working, like if you had iron condos on, hit Monday, boom, you blew right through your put strikes. You blew right through them. And then maybe if you did this adjustment, you blew right through your call strikes. It's so you see, it was so, and that's the best time to trade because the volatility was high, especially if you're going to sell options. So I was just buying calls, buying puts spreads. Okay, I wasn't selling anything, and it was working. You know, it was working, but overall, I didn't do as well as I should have done, and I think that's where I'm upset with myself. You know, I didn't do as well as I should have done, especially Wednesday. Oh man, was that Wednesday? No, yesterday. Yesterday was Thursday. Oh, there was boatload of money to be made, even right here from the bottom. Look at this, right? Look at that gain. Oh man, let's say if you caught that bottom and go to the top, that was 4%. So if you was saying buying options or stock, whatever, you could have made a boatload of money right there. That was the move. That's the move that you're looking for, you know? That's the move. And you sit here, you wait all day for this move, and then when the move comes, you miss it. That's why I'm like, oh man, I'm just pissed off at myself. How did I miss that? How did I miss that? Now I know a little bit. I was working, you know, working a little bit. And then today, you know, it's up and down. But look, for the week, here's the, well, I guess we closed here. Yeah, it looks like we're higher if you count the close from last Friday. Maybe we slightly lower, but we definitely higher for the week. We opened here, and you can see where we closed. So, I mean, that was a good week. Look at the weekly handle, right? Look at that. It's just strong. It's like a ham, and that's bullish. I think it needs to be green, but because it's still showing that it. Let me see, because it's showing that it opened at 28.98 and it closed at 20. Okay, it's closed at 29.18. I don't know why. I forget what my charts are doing when it's not filled in or whatever. But so there we go. I mean, we go straight up. So now what was I looking at? The when I first started this video, was it the weekly or the daily? Let me go back to the weekly. All right, so we talked about the week. Okay, so now reason why I still think we go lower, and this is just basic shit. All right, this is nothing. I'm not gonna pull out fibs and I'm just gonna look at the chart and kind of say, All right, I'll use my stochastics. It's weird because every downturn, boom, we snapped it right back, right? Down, boom, snapped it right back. By the way, I talked about in my last video how these V's, these V bottoms, plunge protection team all the way. There never used to be a V bottom till the plunge protection team came in 2008. Everything is V bottoms now. And even today, when the market was going down, every time it was going down, it looked like it was going to lose it. There was some kind of tweet or something coming out of Washington. Oh, we might have a deal. What was the tweet today? Oh yeah, we're working. It was, I don't know. It seems like there's always a little fine tuning, and they just tweaking the markets with their mouths. And no, nothing changed. And it just happens to come out at the bottom when it looks like we're gonna lose it. Never comes at the top. It always comes out right at the bottom. So they're watching and they're saying things to keep the market up, so it doesn't lose it. And that's what goes on in these V's, man. I'm totally convinced. There was never V bottoms. It was always U's and L's and W's. Now it's this V. Everything is a V. So here we go. Down, up, right? Down, up. They come right back. Down, up. This one even went higher, like an overshoot. Down, and you can see the process. Now we got to go to the daily that we are attempting that up move. But for some reason, I think this one fails. So let me go back to the weekly, because the week is over. It's Friday. Look right here. See how we was down? Get this off. And then look at the stochastics, right? It's like oversold's about to come back up, right? That looks good. Down, stochastics, right? Down, see stochastics coming up right at the bottom. Down, we're at the top. We're still at the top. The slow line is splitting from the fast line, and we're going down. So I don't think this move is over with. I think it's huge. A whole bunch of volatility is introduced, and generally, when volatility is introduced, remember we close higher for the week, but volatility is high. When volatility is introduced, markets go lower. Volatilities don't increase for markets to go high into new highs. And we like 1,000 points away, I think, from a high. 2918 is the close. The high was 3027. 3027 minus 2918. We're 100 S&Ps, 109 SP handles from the top. With all this volatility, what are we just going to reach new highs? I don't think so. It's going to be lows. I mean, these volatilities are going to spike. It's not introduced so we can reach new highs. Every single one of these peaks, we was at super lows. Look at this thing. I mean, it's just, to me, it's just getting started. I can never look at a volatility chart and be like, yeah, we're going here, we got a double top. I don't think volatility works that way. For the most part, this is a chart basically based on the put buy-in, the fear, the people protecting their portfolios. So, generally when it's in the 20s, especially the mid-20s to upper, you want to start selling your puts. You don't really want to be buying stuff, because generally, as you see, it's temporarily. If you go to the 25 level, which is what we reached early this week, there was only a few times it went above that, and you got to get rid of this stuff, So when it spiked up to 25 today, this week it went down with the quickness, and that's where I messed up. So I was long some S&Ps, and I spreaded them. Okay, so I sold some puts against it, but the market reversed so hard, it wasn't the move to do. The move to do was just to sell everything, just to get out, okay, and wait for a better entry price. And no, so I did the right thing, but then I did the wrong thing. I did the right thing if the rebound wasn't as strong, but I did the wrong thing because the rebound was strong. And I needed to just get the hell out, man. I needed to get out, but I don't think it's over. I just don't. So look at the monthly VIX. It looks like we didn't even budge yet. You don't even see it really moving. It's just the candles gyrating. Maybe that's too long of a time. Yeah, that's the weekly. Let me look at the daily. That's what I was just on. Is this a bottom? Where we kind of bounce up like that. I don't know. And here's the thing: nobody knows. Nobody knows what these interest rates are going to do, what these tariffs and what's the other one? The currency, Brexit. That's a little further out there. Nobody knows, and it's just guess. I'm thinking, you know what I think, especially with the bonds. I'll throw it out there. I ain't hear it nowhere. These bonds. Let me pull up the TLT and oil because I think. See, the TLT is just. This is unusual for a 10-year for the most part. This is actually the 20-year Treasury bond ETF. I don't know why it's 20, but it's kind of tracks the same movement like as the 10. Wait a minute, I know what the 10 is. Slash, is it NQ? Wait a minute, I got the 10-year. Let me see if I can pull that up. It's in my little indices, my little watch list. Yeah, this is it. Oh man, look at that. The aftermarket, the market is ripping here. Oh shoot. Here we go. That's the 10-year, right? The 10-year U.S. Treasury note futures. And you can see, look at that spike. Look at the week. Let me see. Look at can we draw the hour? I guess the daily. And just look at the daily. Look at that spike right there. So we're already high, or, high, which the yields are. Okay, this is the yields. Well, I don't even know. What. This is the price. And then the yield. So when you buy bonds, the yield goes down. All right. So everybody's buying out bonds. Mostly, I think, foreign governments with the negative interest rates, and whoever's speculating or whatever. Why can't I get a full monthly on here? Can I do the 4 months? I'll just do the 4. This is the 4-hour chart, and we're already low, like, right, 1.7, 1.8, a little bit under 2. I think people was shorting this thing, Basically, with this kind of move up, are we going to start hearing, like, hedge funds, whatever, blowing up because they were shorting the bonds? When are they going to make a move? Look at that move. That's crazy. So are we going to hear, is that the contagion, maybe? Things start blowing up because they were short bonds, and the thing still goes lower and lower and lower, right? And, so when they blow up, they got to buy all that stuff back. They got to buy their whole portfolio back, and then maybe that was a blow up right there. Maybe somebody blew up and they're not saying nothing. Well, it's just not in the news yet, like they're not saying nothing. Oil. Guess I can use the USO, right? And I wish I could track. Oh, I know oil is CL. Let's look at the oil futures. So oil's down. It was hitting 50 this week. The producers, like a lot of the American producers and stuff, they can't make money, especially people in these shales, with the oil too low, right? So when they stop not making oil because they can't make a profit for the most part, and then all of those jobs being lost, so there's the lost jobs. Right, so I'm talking economics, and I know shit about it, but I'm just trying to think, what does Dre know? This is Dre, right? That's the channel. So when oil goes too low, which is generally $50 is the line, and you can see how it's just bouncing off that 50, and if we break it, it's trending lower, so maybe we break it like we did over here. And so then jobs start, right? We start producing oil, then jobs start being cut, and people start losing their homes and things like that. And then maybe that's when a recession comes. Maybe it's going to be oil. So you got oil and then bonds blowing up. Look at the XOP. All right, so this is the S&P Oil and Gas ETF. Look at its all-time low. Now, is it all-time low? Let me pull up the monthly. Yeah, for the most part, all-time low. Let me see something real quick. What is this, the XOP? I want to learn what's in it. see if we could bring it up. This Yahoo Finance. Let's bring up the XOP Holdings. Take a look at it. Probably only going to tell us. Okay, the top 10, right? Holly Frontier. I used to invest in that stock all the time. Phillips 66, Delic, Marathon, PBF, Hess, Noble Energy, Whiting Petroleum, Valero, Marathon. It looks like each holding is about 2.5% for the most part. Those are big oil companies, in there. And so, yeah, look at all-time low, right? So that's what I think that could be the start that nobody's really talking about. Everybody's just focused on the interest rate. But these low interest rates, these low oil, the low transportation, IYT. Actually, that's not, is this the monthly? Actually, it's not bad at all. What, did it make a comeback or something? Well, maybe, yeah, I don't know. You add them all up, something is going to happen. Something is not right? So when the market goes down, it's just not right, and I don't know. I'm kind of throwing out guesses here, but that's my guess. Like, it's going to be that unforeseen chain reaction, something that kind of gets it going, So anyway, enough about that. I don't even know. Let me see if y'all guys comment. No, you're not. Anyway, so I want to go ahead and end it, and just look out for next week. It's always scary when volatility is up and Monday is on the horizon, especially being a news-related market, because Mondays are known to be pretty bad, right? Crashes always happen on Monday, and then that's why they call Tuesday Turnaround Tuesday. So it's scary. Like, Monday could be scary. You know what I mean? It's either up, down, or hard down. I think that's why they sold it off in the end of the day. It's going up now, though. It's kind of weird. Because who wants to go long, right? And all you need is one tweet that kind of brings everything down. So I'm going to, look at the stochastics right here. Oh, this is the IYT. It's just saying it's going down. Saying this is short. Look, I broke that resistance on a trend line. So maybe it goes to here, right? Fill that little triangle up. Anyway, so what are you doing? Are you buying? Are you bullish? Are you bearish? Put in the comments. We'll talk about it Monday, or maybe I'll come out with a video this weekend and we could talk about it. So I can't talk about it if you don't put it in. If I don't know about it, I can't talk about it. Let's put it that way. So put it in the comments. You can tweet me at Dre Trades, Instagram, Dre Trades, and you can tell me what you're doing. And tell me what you feel. But that's what I feel. With the volatility, generally when volatility spikes up, kind of stays up, it just doesn't go up. We either stay the same and trend lower, So I would like to see volatility. And the thing is, volatility is not going anywhere until those things that we talked about go away. It will always be up. At least until September. That's right. That's when the China deal is going. And there's going to be no deal. I mean, they've been saying this all year. The deal's coming. It's going to be no deal. All they're doing is holding the market up. Excuse me. The market is artificially being held up, by words and tweets. And soon, that's going to come crashing down. So that's my beliefs. And that's why it's been hard for me to go long. Or hard because I just don't believe anything anymore. Just don't. And I've never been like that. So maybe is this going to be it's going to be the first time I'm right. So far I'm wrong, because it's still holding up, man. If you didn't know anything about the news, it looks fairly bullish. It's a little volatile right there, but it's still, still going, making higher highs and lower lows. Let's call it like that. All right. So thanks for watching. Still making higher highs and higher lows, not lower lows, higher highs and higher lows, right? That's what makes an uptrend. All right, so thanks for watching. I'm Dre. You know how to hit me up, and this is Dre on YouTube. Peace. Enjoy your weekend.